Hi guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be on the Jeffree Star brush set. And yeah, so I'm just going to be unboxing it and then I'm going to be applying eyeshadow and using all the brush, trying to use all the brushes in here. So it came in this plastic, so just took that off and this is what it looks like. And then the back. And then on the back of it, it just has Meet 7 Iconic Superstars, so all the brushes, and then it just names all the brushes here. So there's JS1, JS2, JS3, JS4, JS5, JS6, JS7. So obviously Jeffree Star, his initials. And then you get the bag. So take that off. This is the bag, this is what it looks like. I like the bag, it's not like all like wobbly. And the thing that I really like about it, it's not like cloth. So, and then the brushes that come inside, they come in this little packet, and then I'll show you the bag. The bag comes with this here, but this is the bag. It's all see-through, and like I said, it's not cloth, so it'll be easy. You can store your makeup in here, and if it gets dirty, it's easy to clean. The brushes, they came in this little thing all together, and they are all individually wrapped, like he had said in his video. They all have their own little wrapper. And this one is, this is a JS1. This is what it looks like. Oh my god, they're heavy. This is my first time actually like holding them and playing with them and actually touching them and everything. But they don't feel like, I don't know, I like it that they're heavy. They feel like a regular brush. Yeah, okay, so this is what the brush looks like. The JS1. And then, so yeah, here's the initials, like here. And that doesn't feel like cheap or anything. It feels like I said, it feels heavy, which I really like. I was kind of like, just looking at them, they look like, I don't know, they look cheap, but they're not. They don't feel like it or anything. So this is the JS2. And this is what it looks like. Again, this one, it still feels heavy. It's not as big as that one of the first one. It's not as big as this first one, but it still feels heavy. Like, it feels very, I like it. The brush, like the bristles here do feel like a little different than the ones that I usually use. A little bit more like synthetic, I guess. I think that's what it's called. Like, yeah, synthetic. But I like it. And I know he was saying in his video that these brushes have been in the making since 2015. That's a long time. And then here's this one. This is a JS3. This one, I think this one would be really good for like concealer. I didn't say what these ones would be good. I think he said this one was good for like foundation. For me, it's a little too like not as packed as I would like it. It's a little too like wobbly. But I would probably use this for like bronzer or something. Yeah, or like powder, just all over powder. And this one to just kind of set everywhere or like dust off any like baking that you do. This one mainly for me concealer, because it is packed. It's kind of similar to the one that I use, like this, but it's a little bit longer. The hairs are a little bit longer. This is a JS3, and then here's the JS4. Again, it doesn't feel like as like cheap. The smaller they're getting, you would think like, okay, they're getting lighter and lighter. It is a little bit lighter than obviously these other brushes, but it still feels like good quality. And then this is what this one looks like. I know this one's for the highlight. So, and I really like the brushes like this one. So it's very similar to, yeah, it's very similar to the M510. This is what they look like together. But this one's a little bit skinnier, which I think I would like, because it's just easier. And then here's the JS5. This is going to be a blending brush. And it looks like this. And then the JS6. I think I'm going to love this one just because my favorite brush is out of like the actual like Morphe brushes. Yeah, so this is going to be similar to the M433. And it's one of my favorite brushes because it is flat. So this one here is the M443 or 433. It is flat and then like fluffy. So this one is flat and fluffy, but it's a little bit smaller, which I know I'm going to like, because I always said I wish that one was a little bit smaller, not so fluffy. So this, I think I'm going to like that one. And then we have our last one, the JS7. This is what it looks like. He said in his video that this is really, really thin, and it is. Like, I think it would be very good for like do your eyebrows, obviously. Easier. They all have the same design, so like this here, all these, like the bottoms of them are gonna be like this. Okay, so now I'm just gonna start using them. So there's pretty much, yeah, there's 2 eyeshadow brushes in here that I would consider eyeshadow brushes, and it's the JS5 and the JS6, so these 2 here. And I'm gonna start off with the JS6. This video is not gonna be like more like a tutorial, it's just gonna be me using the brushes. So I'm just gonna dip into some eyeshadow and just start working with it. Okay, the first thing that I noticed with this brush, it is stiff. And I like that just because this one here is a little bit more, since it is like fluffier, I guess it's a little bit more, it is a little bit more loose. And then this one here, like I said, it's stiff, which I really like. I don't know if you guys can like see the difference. And it picked up product like very good. Usually I would have to keep dipping and dipping, but I like the amount of product that it put out. Yeah, I really like this brush. Now I'm just gonna do the other side, same thing. Okay, so now that I have like all that mapped out, I'm gonna come in here with the JS5, and it's just like the really, really big, not the really, really big one, but the big kind of fluffy brush, blending brush, and just blend everything out. And I really like this brush too. Again, it is like a little stiff, but I like that. And it's blending out very, very nicely too. Okay, I'm done with my eyeshadow. I only used 2 brushes, which was it. And to put on the shimmery shade I have on here, I just use my finger. So now I'm going to use the JS7, which is this one here. And I know it's meant for eyebrows. So I'm going to use the JS7 to put on the color underneath my waterline. And I'm going to go back in with the JS5 and just blend everything out on the bottom. Now I'm just going to add on my eyelashes off camera, and then we're going to come back and then finish off our whole face. Okay, so my lashes are on. Hopefully right this time. Now I'm going to be using... So I'm going to be using the JS1 for bronzer. Yeah, so I'm going to be using the JS1 for bronzer. Okay. It's not as loose as I said it would, like I thought it would be. Like, 'cause here it's like, you guys can see it just like moves around real easy. Like it moves around real easy, but on the face it's like very firm. Okay, so all that is blended out. I like how I blended everything out. So I guess it would be good for foundation. I'll have to try that in the next video. Now I'm going to be using the JS2 for blush. And then I'm going to go back in with my powder brush and just kind of blend everything together. Now, the last brush I'm going to be using, I didn't really use this one. The JS3. It just looks like this. More like, I would say like for concealer or even like contouring the nose. I don't contour my nose or anything, but I'll use it.
What are we doing there?
I'm hiding my double chin.
I'm gonna leave that in camera. That's why I asked you.
I like that one too. It would be really, I know it would be really good for concealer, like underneath the eyes or just like to blend out anywhere, because it's very hectic too. So last thing, I'm gonna set my face. I'm gonna use a JS4 for my highlight. See, yep, I need to buy another set. Okay, I'm in love with this brush. Definitely need to buy another set. It just like blended it out so nicely, and it like, I feel like brushes like this give more of like a popping bling, like popping highlight. Give more of a popping highlight on here, and it blended out very nicely. And it's tiny too. It's not so like fluffy. So this is the final look. I literally use all the Jeffree Star brushes here. And I would say these are a yes for me. I really like them. Even if I'm literally gonna go buy another set just so I can have it for like a collect. I don't know. I love packaging. Like anything, I'll buy it. I'm that person. So, and since I already use these ones, they're really cute. And they look, honestly, like when I first saw them, I'm like, okay, those are cheap looking. Like what, like what is going on? But using them and actually holding them and playing with them, they're really great. So I would recommend these, just even if you just want to collect them or just have them, because the bag is really cute too. You just can go in here and just like that. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video tomorrow.